which is probably the phrase of the past year. But in any case, we're live now. Thank you so much for waiting. I appreciate you all being here. This is the 2,000 subscriber milestone, and I just wanted to sort of shout out and say thank you so much for your support, for supporting this channel. I'm hoping that you're finding the content valuable, and also just give you some sense of what my plans are for the channel and kind of where I'm going. So basically, again, I wanted to thank you for your staying with me. It's been super difficult because I do teach full time, and it's been super difficult for me to publish consistently. And so that's one of the things that I wanted to address here. I do have some plans for that, but again, I just wanted to thank you all for your patience and for staying with me. I've got some comments. Hopefully, you can all hear now, but at least according to my audio peak indicator, you should be able to hear me. But in any case, I just wanted to give you a sense of my plans for the channel, what I hope for, and also what you can look forward to. So I'm not sure if you're aware, but again, due to a lot of the support that you all have given me, I've been able to sort of revamp the web page, and I just wanted to give you a sense of what's going on with that. There is an African Elements web page, and I'll show that to you here. There we go. Oops, that's what I want. There we go. Okay, cool. So here you can find a lot of the stuff that I do here. There's free video lessons here, so all the stuff that I post on YouTube is posted here. I also have a news headline if you're interested in current news, current event that I update every day. Here you'll find current news items broken down by category. There's also just US news here, and news from the diaspora, which includes news from Africa as well as Haiti and throughout the African diaspora. And here is just the list of headlines not categorized, right? So there's no particular category. So for example, here there's an article on Haiti that was written by the Burning Spear. Excellent, excellent news source there. But that's what you can find on the website. And there we go. On the website. But again, I wanted to thank you. Again, it's largely because of your support that I am able to do this. I was able to hire a web designer. It's much smoother. It loads much faster now. Those are the basic things that you'll find, as well as a Patreon area for Patreon supporters. If you want to become a Patreon, you can see that there are some Patreon supporters here on the scrolling banner down there. They get access to ad-free videos. So if you want to view the videos without ads, you can view those here. At different membership tiers, all my syllabi that I've collected over the years, you can have access to that, PowerPoint presentations, and also entire course shells on Canvas. And I do that because it's tough. It takes time to accumulate all this stuff. And for folks who are just starting out, it's good to have a place to start with, and just to be able to use that material and modify it as they see fit. I've put that up there for folks. So that's again largely because of your support that I've been able to do that. And in addition to that, let's see. Oops, I want this. So in addition to that, it's been super tough to publish regularly because I do teach full time at City College in San Diego, and so I've been able to usually upload at least every other week. My goal for a long time has been one upload a week. I don't know how realistic of a goal that is, But again, I do want to really appreciate you. I really want to appreciate you sticking with me for that. And oh, we have our first super chat. So thank you, Cheryl. Um, so uh, I have looked into hiring an editor, which takes up most of the time. I actually kind of enjoy doing it, but it's super, super time consuming. So I'm hoping that I have a few folks who've looked at my work and really want to work with me. So if that works out, hopefully I'll be able to at least upload more consistently bi-weekly. My goal is still one upload per week, but I don't know. Again, I don't know how realistic of a goal that is, but that's what I'm shooting for, right? So if hopefully this works out, I'll be able to publish more consistently. You'll notice I'm asking for super chats. There's a reason for that, and you'll see a lot more. I plan to do a lot more live streams in the future, and the reason for that, here's what I'm hoping to do with this channel. Even before the COVID crisis, our adjuncts have been hammered. We have had so many budget cuts that we haven't been able to offer classes consistently for folks to teach. So for those of you who out there who are students, most likely the bulk of your classes are being taught by what are called adjunct instructors, not full-time instructors. Now, I was super lucky. I got a full-time gig at San Diego City College. It took me 7 years, freeway hopping and teaching at various campuses. And 7 years is about the average length of time that it takes for folks to secure a full-time position. Some people never will. Some people go their entire career teaching as adjuncts. And it's really tough because you're not guaranteed an assignment from semester to semester. In our case, we have 2 full-time professors, myself and one other professor. All of the rest of our classes are taught by adjuncts. So our department leans heavily on adjuncts. But because of the budget cuts, we haven't been able to consistently give them assignments. And so as a result, I know of a few people who either have or are thinking about leaving the discipline of Black Studies. And I really want to address that. So my goal is, and this is why I'm collecting the super chats, and this is why thank you so much, Cheryl Child, for your contribution. My goal for this is that I want to be able to do weekly live streams with guest spots. So for example, I teach Black history through 1877 and 1877 to present. I teach the Black politics and the intro to Black studies. But even if I taught 5 different classes per semester, which is a nightmare. I've done it before, 5 classes and 5 preps. I would walk into a classroom, I didn't know whether I was coming or going. I'm like, which is this politics or is this? So that's a nightmare. But even if I did that, we wouldn't be able to teach our full slate of classes. We wouldn't be able to teach the Black literature. We wouldn't be able to teach Black music. We wouldn't be able to teach the current social problems, which I used to teach. I loved that class, but I had to give it up because it was too many preps. The Black psychology, the Black women in media, all those classes we lean on our adjuncts for. So what I would like to be able to do is to be able to offer those adjuncts guest spots here on African Elements where they can do what they love doing. They can do their thing, talk about Black music, talk about Black psychology, and I can pay them for it, right? So why is my goal $150? And that's an ambitious goal. That's because on a weekly basis, that's about what an adjunct would get per class, right? So if I can have somebody on each week, I can and pay them to be on. Hopefully that will get them through and keep them in the discipline, right? Ideally, I would love to be able to give them 600 because that's about what an adjunct gets per month, per class. And that way I can have different people each week and hopefully be able to get them through. That's my goal here. And that's why I'm asking for super chats. And I hope you'll support it. Again, this is not a huge channel, so I don't, it might take a few live streams to get us there. But that's the reason why I'm asking for super chats. So that's a basic. That's basically what I wanted to say here today. Give you a sense of where we're going, and hopefully, you know, ask for your continued support. And oh yeah, uh, yeah. A few folks were having trouble with sound again. Hopefully, you're hearing me now. So, and that's why I'm asking for your support. We got somebody in the UK. Which wow, thank you so much for staying with us and hanging out with us. Again, I hope to do this on a weekly basis. So hopefully we'll be seeing you a lot more in the future. And again, if you have questions or comments or stuff that you'd like to see that I'm not doing, definitely feel free to leave those in the comments. I'll be reading out super chats out live here every time I do a live stream. Also, one last thing, because we have another event at 6 o'clock, I wanted to let you know that there is an awesome event that's going on at that's being hosted by Pillars of the Community, and I'll show that to you here. Give me one second. Oh, actually, I'm not able to do that. I left a link to it here, actually. But Pillars of the Community is an amazing organization here in San Diego. And they've put together they do political education classes that have gone online. And there is an event that's going on, This Ain't Nothing New, A Brief History of Injustice and Resistance in the U.S., discussing past movements and how they inform current struggles, right? So I left it in the comments here. There's a link to the event if you want to check it out. It's an amazing organization. I know the founder of that organization. And they produce some really good stuff. One of the things that they've done is the Reclaiming Our Stories publication, and that's the one that I've also taken part in the political education classes. These are free political education classes that are doing kind of what I'm doing in having professors come in and do their lessons that they do in classroom just for the public. Except we weren't paid for it, which is cool. I don't necessarily need to. I'm doing good. But I think education should be free. So myself and a bunch of instructors volunteered our time and went to Pillars of the Community and did various presentations. And so this is their sort of online version of that, and they've got some really incredible people that are presenting. But check out Reclaiming Our Stories. That's one of the projects that I was involved in, where we just sort of took everyday folks. Some of them were my students, just people out in the community that weren't even in college. We did a 6-week series of workshops and sort of fleshed out their stories and put them in a publication. And that book, Reclaiming Our Stories Volume 1 and 2, is being used in, I forget how many classes, but it's quite a few classes throughout California. I mean, I know it's being used at several classes at San Diego State as well. I use it in my class, but it's an amazing publication from an amazing organization. That's Pillars of the Community. So you can check that out. It starts at 6 if you want to register. There's a link here in the comments. Cheryl asked if the book is on Amazon now. It might be, but I doubt it. It's an independent publisher, but if you want a copy of it, holler at me through my webpage. The third edition of it, the COVID edition, hasn't actually been published yet. We just finished the editing and we're in the last phase of that. So it should be coming out in the late spring. But holler at me through the webpage and I'll get you some information. I think it has to be ordered directly through the publisher though, because they do limited runs of those. They're not even reprinting the first edition, which is a shame. It was a great edition that I still use, but they're not even reprinting the first edition of Reclaiming Our Stories. I think because they want to promote the second edition, but it's an amazing set of stories. So holler at me if you want some more details, and I'll send you the link to the publisher. In any case, thank you so much for joining. Check out Pillars, the event that they have going on there. It should be starting right about now. And maybe I'll see you over there. I'm heading over there right now. So thank you so much. Stay safe, and you'll see a lot more live streams coming up.